Rejoice, ladies and gents. The executive, I say rejoice, don't actually rejoice. Okay, the executive at Sony that oversaw Madam Web, Morbius, Venom is leaving. It doesn't really make a difference because the CEO of Sony did come out and was like, Craven's a good movie. Madam Web is a good movie. The critics just hated it. And therefore everyone else blindly followed them. So it doesn't really matter because obviously it just means that all top brass at Sony are complete morons. But he's leaving, as well as this executive is leaving as well. So it's interesting. I don't really understand. Well, I do understand. I was going to say I don't really understand how people keep failing up, but I do understand because that's the industry. It's a very incestuous industry. It's self-congratulatory. It's just this big, self-fillating circle of individuals going, yes, I'm doing good work. Yes, give me a job. And that's basically it. So I thought we'd take a look because it is quite comical. Please do hit subscribe, ladies and gents. If you're a returning viewer and you're not yet subscribed, I see you. I see you there. No, I do, genuinely. I see you from the analytics, and it would be fantastic to have you here more often. It's the difference, genuinely, between YouTube thinking that a channel is doing good and thinking that the channel is doing bad. So if you could, that would be fantastic. And thank you so much for those bearing with me whilst I ask people to do that. Anyway, Patel, I think that's how you say his name, the executive who oversaw Venom and other movies, named CCO for Prime Focus Studios. Now that's interesting. I think it is interesting. Because it's one of those things where you sort of like, okay, so he did oversee those movies. That's like a big red stain against his name. Let's see what happens when he moves to other studios then. Let's follow his trajectory. But the Hollywood Reporter has this, and it's a pretty good report anyway. Pretty comprehensive. Just says Patel, the long-time film executive. Long-time film executive. How much did Madam Web lose? How much did Morbius lose? Whose decision at Sony was it to put Morbius back in theatres? Was it his? Was it his? Was Morbin Time his idea? Anyway, so he oversaw the Venom movies at Columbia Pictures. And, again, the other movies as well. Has been named Chief Content Officer of Prime Focus Studios. Now that is the finance and production arm of visual effects powerhouse DNEG. So Prime Focus Studios, run by CEO Namit Malhotra. There seems to be, I'm not going to lie, there seems to be some kind of relation there with the names, some kind of thread with the names. Kind of sounds like they may be of the same ethnicity, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? Maybe that's where favoritism's coming in here. Also, I've just noticed, does he have bloody fucking thunderbolts on his... He's got thunderbolts on his... what's that? What does he think he's Zeus or something? What's going on there, mate? Alright. That's an interesting look. Sorry, no, moving on. So Namit Malhotra recently co-produced the Garfield movie with Alcon Entertainment for Sony. So the movie grossed more than 267 million globally. It's not even that good, to be fair. Garfield should have done way more than that. It really should have done way more than that. Garfield was a powerhouse back in the day. And actually, if you look at how much Garfield makes yearly, like annually, it's a really big IP. So $257 million globally is terrible. And it would have cost a lot of money to make. So anyway, the company is currently in production on Animal Friends with Legendary Pictures and the Angry Birds movie 3. It is also developing a big screen telling of the Indian epic story Ramayana. Alright. So as the company sought to ramp up production and develop well-known IP, it sought out an executive that could navigate the worlds of big studios. So you got the guy that made Morbius. And Madam Web. Idiot. So in announcing the hire, Malhotra stated, Prime Focus Studios. brings a new and entrepreneurial approach to the development and creation of the world's biggest movies. Partnership and collaboration with studios and filmmakers are already part of our DNA, and this new venture pushes that partnership to the next level. I'm excited that Palak is joining us on this journey. His extensive production experience and understanding of the medium will help us to create a next generation studio that will bring together the very best of cutting edge technology, creative talent, and strategic investment to create something truly unique. Really? Palak, who was with Sony Columbia for almost 10 years and held the post of Executive VP, Production and Development, oversaw the studio's many Spider-Man spin-off movies. He's not a good hire, obviously. He acted as the studio's point man on the Tom Holland starring Spider-Man films as well, apparently. I don't understand what the relevance of that is. So the Spider-Man movies became the highest grossing titles in Sony's history. Venom trilogies grossed $1.8 billion. The executive also shepherded the much maligned flops as Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web. And Morbius, apparently. Prior to Sony, Patel was president of production and development at Roth Films, the banner founded by producer Joe Roth. Among the films under his purview were Oz, the Great and Powerful, directed by Sam Raimi, Snow White and the Huntsman, Maleficent as well. I mean, he's not really done a lot of good stuff, has he, really? I mean, those movies, did the Oz and the Great and Powerful? That did all right, didn't it, I think? Snow White and the Huntsman wasn't exactly well-loved. Why would you keep hiring this guy? You're only, like, his decisions lately have been terrible. What are you doing? And even people that worked on Kraven the Hunter are like, I did not know it was going to turn out that bad. Like, this was completely different when we shot it. So, and maybe they're talking bollocks, but who knows? So in a statement, Patel said that the combined might of Prime Focus and DNEG will be an asset to filmmakers. Probably not, mate, but alright. Prime Focus Studios and DNEG joining forces as one company to offer full studio capabilities is game-changing. From acquiring IP to developing scripts to assisting filmmakers maximize their creativity while minimizing financial risk. With all the resources provided from our state-of-the-art sound stages to utilizing DNEG's artists early in the development process to deliver across all formats and genres. I'm just glad you're away from Spider-Man stuff, to be honest, mate. Alright. Oh, there you go. I just thought it was funny. Just failing up. Hollywood loves to fail up, don't they? Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web, Morbius. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about how much they lost. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Guessing that. And even the Garfield movie, it wasn't even a huge success. That should have been a way bigger success. Anyway, whatever. I don't have much else to say. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.